Hey, what's up, Park Hoppers?
Hello, everybody, and welcome back.
All right, so for today, you can tell we're at home.
We are.
We're going to do something a little different. We figured we'd kind of wrap up 2023 and kick off 2024 and just kind of talk about, where the channel's been.
Where we wanted to go.
And where we want it to go. And just kind of talk about some goals with you guys. So let's get into it.
Yeah.
All right, so Crystal and I mostly Crystal, put a bunch of these stats together. So we'll talk about YouTube first.
Okay.
Because that's where you guys are watching this at. So for YouTube, we posted 31 videos this year.
And 34 lives.
Which is crazy because it doesn't seem like a lot, but that's pretty good. It's 52 weeks a year.
Yes.
So we'll get to goals later, but that's not bad. What stat's not on here, because Crystal can't pull it from anywhere, is how many videos did we film and not put out?
Oh.
In December alone, it was 4.
Oh.
That we just got too busy. And we'll talk about the end of that.
Yes.
But total 110,000 views on our YouTube.
Oh, nice.
I think that's pretty good. That's not including really lives. That's just our regular videos.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Good. Thank you. We got 605 new subscribers this year for 2023.
That's pretty cool.
And that brought us to a total of 2,867. So 2,867.
That's awesome.
Subscribers on this channel. So thank you guys for that. That is awesome. We're so happy to have all of you guys here.
Definitely.
We wanted to do something fun. We saw some of our other favorite YouTubers doing it.
Yes.
So we're going to talk about our most... Well, we'll jump into that. Our most viewed video. But then what we're going to do is answer like our favorite video.
Yes.
Our least favorite video. And we should probably talk about why they were our favorites and least favorite, right? And then our most underrated video.
Yes.
So that way you guys can go watch it.
Please.
And then the video that we're most proud of doing. Maybe it didn't get the views. Maybe it did. Who knows?
I don't know.
And so we'll jump into most viewed video first.
Yes. Which was our Not Scary Farm buffet video.
Which is hilarious because I didn't want to shoot this video.
I wanted to. I have so much fun in the buffet.
Yeah.
The past 2 times we did it. This is our third.
Yeah.
Yeah, the past 2 times we did it, I feel like we had so much fun. And I felt like everybody just wraps it into their Scary Farm video.
And that's why I didn't want to shoot it, because that's what we usually do.
Right.
And I just felt like it wasn't worth it. And we shot a full video this year and put it out because Crystal wanted to, and it ended up being our most viewed video.
6.2K.
So I guess great job. I'll question you less, right?
Right.
And I think it's a good example of I didn't want to shoot the video because I thought it wasn't worth it. I thought it wouldn't get views.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously that was wrong. But how many other times have we been wrong?
Right.
This video is not worth putting out. And again, we're going to get to our goals later. But that some of our goals, I feel like, for me at least, tie into that kind of
for
concept.
Sure.
I would say we're still pretty new at YouTube. It's only been 3 years.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And that first year was really slow.
Right.
So the beginning of 2020 was really slow for us. So I don't feel like it took a while to kind of start really learning things.
Yeah, and then it wasn't even the beginning of, it was February 2020 that we put out our first video, it seems like. Or
started filming at least.
Yeah.
We had computer issues and all that.
That's true.
But, all right, so now let's get into what I think will be fun.
Yes.
Let's talk about what our favorite video is. So on the count of 3, we'll both say our favorite video, okay? 1, 2, 3.
Not Scary Farm.
So we didn't sit down and
no, we don't know each other's answers.
I think a lot of them are going to line up though.
I think so.
Why was Not Scary Farm your favorite video?
I feel like I had to do a lot of, most of the mazes on my own.
Yeah.
And it gave me that confidence.
Yeah.
And it was still scary, but it became fun scary.
Okay.
So I feel just this whole scare not even scare season gave me that boost of confidence.
This Halloween scare season, as you called it, was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
There was a lot of things we didn't get to do that we wanted to.
Definitely.
But what we did do, we had a blast.
So much fun.
At all of it, except, and it was still fun at parts, but we didn't put the video out again. But when we went with the queues,
yes,
that was not fun.
No.
The cues were fun.
Yes.
And there was definitely fun parts of that video.
Yeah.
But
the fact that Chucky had 4 scare actors in it.
And
in
that
the
we
maze.
waited like 50 minutes in Express.
Yes.
It was just a super crowded night, and it wasn't nearly as much fun.
No.
But the people made it fun.
Yes.
I just don't think it wouldn't have made an entertaining video.
No.
Personally.
It was just a lot of scare zone. I think we did a lot of... No,
Yeah.
we didn't do a lot of photography that night. No.
We did some, though.
We did.
All right, so let's talk about our least favorite video. I'm almost 100% sure this is going to be the same. All right, so 1, 2, 3. Star Wars
Universal
night.
Lunar New Year.
Oh. Okay, so you go ahead. I wasn't part of the Lunar New Year video, so I didn't even think about that one.
So Lunar New Year, I didn't even think about Star Wars night. So Lunar New Year was a big letdown because we got there expecting it to be like they had in 2022, like
2021, like they put
Yeah.
like everything out there.
yeah, they had like the meet and greets with like the Kung Fu Panda characters. They had more
Right.
food.
And that kind of that area where Grinchmas usually
Yes,
is, they
that
would
Center
put like
Plaza.
Poe's dad's dumpling like noodle shop there,
Right.
And it was cool.
Yeah, and Jay went with me, and we got there, and everything was boarded up, and we were like, what do we do? And we were like, I don't want to drive all the way out here to not put a video out. And so, like, it was just like the saddest video ever.
Yeah,
Like, the
expectations
food, yeah.
didn't match what we've done and seen in previous years.
And then it was hard because a lot of the Asian cuisines that they had there to offer, they all had like mushrooms in it, which Jay was allergic to, and I'm not a huge mushroom fan, but like me and Jay both have particular taste buds,
Right.
and like
That's where like when I'm there,
right,
I'll try like anything. I don't
yeah,
really
and
care.
I felt like I had to take Nick's spot, which
Right.
made me feel like I just wasn't having a lot of fun,
Yeah.
like trying all the food that I am not looking forward to, and like they didn't have any of the returning favorites, so. That was my least favorite.
Yeah, I could see that. So for mine, surprisingly, it was Star Wars night this last year.
Yeah.
The
rain.
The rain really put a damper on it, you know,
Yes.
to pun intended. We were really excited to like meet Chopper.
Yes!
And then it rained, and like they were putting characters in different places, and then it stopped. It never rained hard. It was enough to keep the ground wet and too slick for characters. So they like shifted character meet and greets around. The lightsaber meetup part of it was still super cool.
Yeah.
It was still fun, but like between the rain, being wet,
not getting to meet Chopper.
And other characters we wanted to see, like it just was kind of a bust night for us.
It was.
And like it was tough to like. I don't say we tried to like be fake in the video because we never tried to be fake.
No.
But it was hard to like. I felt like
it was hard to have fun.
It was mostly like an us thing too. I think it just put all of us in a mood.
Yeah.
And like all of us felt the same way except Lex, I think.
Because
it was like her first one.
Yes.
But the rest of us were like, I'm just ready to go home. But these tickets were so expensive that we can't go home.
Right. And then the food like seemed to have been a letdown too.
Yeah, it just wasn't the most fun.
But do you know what? I'm glad I didn't get to meet Chopper that night because it made when I met him.
That's true. The experience you had meeting Chopper was
later on in the year.
Way better. Yeah.
Yes.
Let's talk about our most underrated video. I have a feeling this one might be the same.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Popcorn.
Yep, ultimate popcorn video.
Yeah.
Yeah. I loved shooting that video.
I had so much fun.
Like, you're such a popcorn fan.
I love popcorn.
Yeah, the video didn't do bad. I just thought maybe it would catch on a little more.
Yeah.
It seemed the people that did watch it really liked it.
Yes.
They really talked about like they didn't know there was that many options of popcorn.
And I think there's more now too. So
some have changed, so we might have to do like a second one.
We all know Nick's
I realized too we did like
why did I eat another?
I thought it was gonna be one of my favorite videos. We did a breakfast video
yeah.
for both parks, but I didn't realize that was like not last year, it was the end of the year before.
Right.
And so
I just need to have to redo it. Yeah.
It's been a couple
Especially because
years.
they have new popcorn or new breakfast options.
Yeah, exactly. All right, and then lastly, the video that we're most proud of. This one, for me, I actually had a hard time picking a lot of these. The proud was the hardest for me, though, because there is a segment of one of the videos I'm most proud of. But the rest of the video is just a normal video. So, but video that we're most proud of. So 1, 2, 3. The
San
villas.
Francisco.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Why San Francisco?
This is where I get emotional. Because we stopped going to the parks before that.
Oh, that's right.
And it was our first video.
Yeah.
After, like, learning how to live with fibromyalgia and like all the chronic pain and not knowing if we were going to be able to get through the day and actually shoot the video.
I have been
So,
eyeballing ever since
giving
it was
like,
announced.
I'm sorry if you guys can
I am
understand
a
me.
little scared because
Yeah, that's right. It was our first video, kind of like back from a small hiatus when Crystal first got her fibromyalgia diagnosis. So it was like
My mom had the stroke.
My mom had the stroke, so we're kind of just like
You were going through the treatment.
yeah, my treatment was chill though.
It was, but yeah.
Yeah, so it was just kind of like the first time back. I don't even like. Clearly, it was more important, like a bigger deal to you.
Yeah.
But I do now that you bring it up. I totally remember being like, "We'll just go for that. We'll only be there," and it was like super hot.
It was.
And we're eating
ramen.
It was like 100 degrees.
It was.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's like
that.
that's probably my proudest video.
I can see that. Yeah, you did a good job.
Yeah.
My proudest was the villas.
Yeah.
Obviously, shout out again to our friends that were able to get
it was so much
those
fun.
reservations.
It was amazing.
We had an amazing time, but I just thought that we did a really good job covering it. Like I thought we did a good job showing off the room.
Yes.
And we've shot like 4 or 5 hotel reviews that have never seen the light of day. And this was like the first time I was like, we have to put this out. Like our friends gave us this as a gift.
Right.
And like we can't like not put content out. Like they told us to enjoy it.
Right.
And don't worry about filming, but I felt like
we still had to film.
I felt like I don't want to say an obligation.
No.
But like I don't know if duty.
Not even I felt like it was like an opportunity. We don't know when we'll get to get it again.
Yeah, and then I just felt like so many people were so excited about it. We had a great room. And it was just like a really good opportunity to like showcase it.
Yeah.
So I really forced myself to like edit that video and put it out.
Yeah.
And it did really well. And
it did.
I was pretty proud of like we did a good job covering everything.
I think so.
But the runner-up for me is the first meetup.
Yeah.
That we had.
Your B-roll, you're really proud of that.
During the fireworks, I was really happy.
Yeah.
So,
I remember when you got it on camera or on the computer, you like called me to watch it.
Yeah, I was really proud of that.
Yeah.
So, but overall, some great stuff this year.
Yeah.
And what's nice is, even our worst videos are the videos that we, what did we call them? Our least favorite.
Least favorite.
We still had fun. Like Star Wars Night still had some fun parts.
No, definitely.
But yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, let's talk about some other just fun random stats. So I guess we'll go over TikTok real quick. So Crystal runs our TikTok like 99.9%. Like I don't really have anything to do with it.
That's why it's mostly Spirit Jersey content.
A lot of Spirit Jersey content. But it's at we're at 26.6K followers. So really awesome. We have for last year, Crystal put out 249 videos, which is really cool.
Yeah. And a huge milestone, guys. Like, the total likes in all of our videos on TikTok, we hit 1 million.
That's pretty cool.
Like, that is insane.
Wild. Yeah, that's, like, wild to think about.
Yeah.
Instagram also, like, we saw a lot of growth, especially at the end of the year leading into, like, the Halloween season.
Yeah.
We're at 9,712.
Yes.
And number of posts, so this can be reels or photos.
Mm-hmm.
We did 320 this year.
We did.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
We really want to get to like 1 a day, 2 a day.
Yeah, I want to get to
but
one.
It's tough sometimes.
Yeah, my goal for Instagram, I know we're not talking about goals yet, but my goal for Instagram is to do 1 post and 1 video a day.
Yeah.
And then like 1 video or 2 on TikTok.
Yeah, yeah. And then total likes. Instagram is not like TikTok is like capital.
Yeah.
But total likes is 124.8 thousand.
Yeah.
So still a lot of engagement.
No, for sure.
More importantly than all of these stats, what's been the most fun and that we always come back on. Looking at the stats is just fun to reflect, right?
Right.
We want to start doing these videos on a yearly basis.
Yeah.
So like next year we'll be able to say, hey, we did this, and you can see the growth, and it's a lot of fun for us. And the most important part though is just the amazing people.
Yes.
That we've met.
So many like great, I'm going to call them now friends.
Yeah.
Friends and family that we've met this like past year.
Yeah.
And like, I appreciate them 120,000%.
Yeah. This year's been a great year for like followers turning into friends, if that's the right term.
No, 100%. Yeah. And friends becoming family.
Most importantly.
How many
Spirit jerseys did Crystal get this year? I feel like this was probably hard to calculate.
It was because I had to go through like so many like archive stories
to really see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So total Spirit jerseys that I got last year, 31.
Now, this includes ambassador Spirit jerseys? Okay, so a good chunk of that came from Spirit jerseys.
Yes.
Like as you're a brand ambassador.
Right.
Okay, really cool. Also a cool, I guess like a really cool statistic is last year we started hosting photography meetups.
Yes.
And we did, I should have said meetups, you're right. We started hosting meetups. This happened to be photography meetups.
Right, we started off with photography meetups.
We have a lot of people coming out that aren't photographers.
Right.
So if you ever see us post for a photo meetup,
come out, hang out.
You have your phone camera if you're interested in photography. There's tons of people to talk to.
Yeah.
You might even get to meet some of your favorite Disney photographers that are on Instagram, you know? Because they show up, and we've met so many amazing people doing these. And this month, actually next week,
the end of this week,
we're hosting our first
Spirit jersey meetup.
And I say we, but it is Crystal's meetup. But really cool. So we want to start doing more meetup stuff like this.
Yes.
It's just been such a great
way
to like hang out, to meet new people, to put like faces to names.
Yes.
We've met some really interesting people.
Definitely, especially because like we get so many messages on TikTok and Instagram, like just asking us questions about the park, about Spirit jerseys in general, photography, just everything. And so it's always good to finally put that face with the name that we've been talking to.
Plus, and it's wild the amount of people who we've never met. And I mean this in the coolest way, though. Not like wild and like it's weird. But people that, you know, they support us, they comment, they like. And
our cyber fam.
They'll be like, our cyber fam. They'll be like, hey, we're going to be in the park in July.
Right.
Will you be there? And it's like, okay, well,
I don't know.
I don't know yet. It's a little early to know we will be there in July, but it's hard to like plan up. So it's really nice when we put these meetups together.
Yes.
Maybe people who aren't at the parks all the time can plan their trips around them. That's why we try to get them out early. We'll probably have some info on the February photo meetup.
Yeah, we already have the date, so we just need to finalize some things, and
Yeah, so it should be really cool. So, 3 meetups this last year.
Yes.
And, I don't have a goal number to get to next year, but I do just want to see it grow.
Yes.
Which we're on track. We're already on track. We wrote here, so Crystal, we came up with ideas, and then Crystal sent me like a blank template, and I filled my stuff in.
Oh, cheap.
Best memory.
Best memory.
I didn't fill this out.
So like, personally, my favorite memory, or my best memory of last year is like taking that jump and reaching out to Spirit Jersey that I've always wanted to work with.
Yeah.
And for them to come back and tell me like, we love your content. We've always wanted you on our team, like type of deal. They had like a process that you have to do it. And they like literally made me skip that process. And just like next day I had Spirit Jerseys coming in.
Right. Yeah.
And
that was pretty crazy.
And like, I like it because we love photography. So it gives us like a reason to do photography.
Yeah.
Like, we have to get these pictures out for them, and...
Yeah. I like that it's allowed me to be, like, more creative with
very
my photography.
Creative. Yeah. Trying to theme them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, like, my favorite memory was the kickoff of Disney 100. Maybe not, like, the second day when you weren't feeling good. But the first day, just hanging out with so many friends. Yes. Staying at the Grand.
Yeah.
It was just a lot of fun. The Qs were here.
Yes.
We had Jay and Lex. Like, everybody was here. We stayed club level at the Grand, and everybody came up, and we hung out at the hotel and had dinner downstairs.
Yes.
And, like, that was my favorite memory of the year.
Yeah.
Because it encompasses, like, awesome memories of just you and I, like, hanging out on our balcony, listening to the live music.
Yes.
Right? Like, that was dope. But also being able to, like, share that with our friends.
Yes.
Watching World of Color.
Right.
You know?
At 3 a.m.
At 3 a.m. from the balcony. So, really, really cool. I think that was mine.
Yeah. Like, another good memory that I have is your birthday. We had so much fun because it was you, Alicia, and Todd.
Right.
And, like, we had 3 birthdays we were celebrating. The Qs were out that weekend.
Yeah, it was a great
We had
weekend.
Jay and Alex were with us.
Yeah.
Like, just having Alicia and Jake out for that weekend, like, was so much fun.
It really just added to it.
Yeah.
You know? It made it a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We ended up very drunk at Trader Sam's.
Yes.
The video never came out because it was a mess.
The shoe. Somebody lost their shoe at the bar that night.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We couldn't find the owner to it, but we found the shoe.
Yeah. Let's talk about, I guess, what went well this year. I didn't write anything.
I didn't write anything either.
I was gonna kind of spitball.
Yeah.
I
couldn't figure it out.
I think that we had like a lot of challenges this year.
We did.
Between like family health, our health, towards the end of the year, like our dog's health.
Yes.
And some of those challenges are gonna not go away in 2024.
No.
Right? I mean, your fibromyalgia isn't supposed to go away because
No.
it's 2024.
Right.
Unfortunately.
Me.
Right. But I think that we've gotten better with like coping with it.
We have invested.
Yes.
We've invested a lot on stuff to help make me comfortable while being out and away from the house.
Yeah.
So.
And not even just like monetary, even though we did buy like a bunch of stuff.
Right.
But like just like the experience, the learning. And like I'm sure you'll talk about that in your goals too, but like we want to be able to share a lot of that.
Yes.
So I don't want to go into too much of it, but I'm sure that's part of like the goals. I think that one thing I was really happy with that went really well this year is one of last year's biggest goals for me was to like step up our thumbnails.
Yes.
And like I think if you look at the thumbnails we were putting out, there were definitely some great ones.
Yes.
But most of them were just they wouldn't make me click on the video.
No.
You know? And I think that this year, like the thumbnails are much better quality.
They are.
So
You've done a great
keep
job.
That going.
Yes.
You know.
I don't think we could go back.
No, we definitely can't. Yeah, I don't think anything really went bad this year.
No. I think I'd have to agree with you on what went well. I really am proud of our like thumbnail step up.
Yeah.
And even like.
Well, I honestly yes. Oh, go ahead. I'll let you finish.
I was say even the moments where we like forgot a thumbnail, like we got really quick at like putting something together.
Yeah. I think like I said, that went really well. But I do think like a lot of credit is due like that we can look at the number like, oh, we put out 31 videos.
Right.
And we could say, dang, we only put out 31 videos.
Right.
Or you can be like, wow, we dealt with some like
setbacks.
Some big setbacks this year. And we still put out 31 videos.
Right.
We still went live 34 times.
Mm-hmm.
And we were still able to host meetups, meet new people, and put out content.
Right.
And, there were parts
That's only,
of this year.
21 less than a video a week?
Right.
So, I mean.
Because we're halfway there.
Yeah. We're more than halfway there.
And so I do think that overall, I'm proud of it. We saw growth. And if the channel grew 50 people or, like I said, we got 605 new subscribers.
Yeah.
For Instagram and TikTok, it's much harder to calculate how many came this year.
Right.
But, like, that's pretty dope.
For sure.
That's still growth. So thank you guys for sticking with us. I know there were some really big gaps.
I know.
And we're really trying to do a few things this year to mitigate that for when we are too busy with personal life.
Right.
Or Crystal's not feeling well.
Right.
Or like the concern with my dad and stuff like that. So yeah, I guess that kind of is a good transition to talk about
our goals.
So I'll start with the first goal.
Yes.
Because it kind of does fall on me the most is to just be more consistent, you guys. We're really going to try.
I don't think it's on you. Like, the weeks that we're so busy, I can still get to the park. Like,
right. But that's part of your next part.
Okay.
So I think for last year, the consistency was really on me. Like, Crystal was still learning to deal with fibromyalgia. We didn't have, like, a good way of, like, giving her the video footage once it's already on my computer. Mm-hmm. And it's like, if I'm too busy to edit or burnt out to edit, I also don't feel like transferring all the files.
Right.
So, like, at the end of the year, we invested in a network storage drive.
Yes.
So that now I can dump all of our media on there. And if
I can just pull it.
Exactly.
Yep.
So Crystal can just pull it off. And so that's going to help, I think, with us being more consistent. So. I guess you can take the next one because that's really on you.
Yeah. So the next one is like for those moments that Nick is too busy, Nick is overwhelmed with work, and Nick is just needs his time, his downtime. I can take over the videos or I can go and record. So one of my goals is to plan more solo trips.
Mm-hmm.
So, and not necessarily solo, like just going by myself without Nick.
It's more just without me.
Yeah, because I mean, somebody's always in the park that I could hang out with. Noah's always there.
Right.
Chris and Marina from the Walker Chronicles. Like, there's always somebody in the park, it feels like.
Yeah.
So,
And I think a big thing to help that is at the end of the year, we did get Crystal a new camera.
yes.
So we're both now like fully on Sony.
Yes.
The camera she has, if you guys know, her fibromyalgia affects her arms a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's very light.
carrying my camera with the full rig around was just not
An option.
Not a good option.
Yeah.
So the new camera is much lighter. It's still a little heavy with the you don't have to put the big lens on it though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it'll be really good.
Mm-hmm.
And the most important part is that I set it up for her, like with her. And it's not set up to like my taste because I'm all big fan of like custom mapping
right.
buttons. So then she'll hit something and it messed something up and she doesn't know how to change it. So I spent a lot of time kind of getting that camera set for her.
Yes, and I really appreciate it.
So I think that's going to help a lot with that.
Yes.
And that way you're filming like good stuff. It's not just on your phone. And I think it'd be good.
I think so.
Also, one of our goals, and hopefully we're going to be able to do this year, is to visit at least one new theme park.
Mm-hmm.
At least one.
Yeah.
And I would count, it doesn't have to be a theme park we've never been to. It has to at least be a theme park we've never put a video on.
A coverage, right.
We've never, like if we went to Legoland,
right.
that would count.
Yeah.
We're not going to Legoland anytime soon. But if we were, surprisingly, I have very little urge to go to Legoland. But yeah, so we wanted to cover at least one new park. We have two in mind that I won't get into yet. One just really depends
Paris.
if we go. I wish. One really just depends if we go see my family.
Yes.
At the end of the year, and we'll go from there.
Yeah.
But yeah, at least one new park this year.
Definitely. I'm excited for that.
And then what you'll probably see on the channel later this year kind of comes up with our last one, and that is to expand content this year. And I'm not talking about like daily home vlogs or anything like that.
I know a lot of people do want like coffee with Crystal and that type of stuff. So.
Yeah, we could do like some reels making coffee and some like shorts and stuff. We don't want to dilute like the park hopping brand. Like we are a theme park channel. That's not changing.
No, not at all.
But what a lot of people have kind of come to us with wanting to see more of is like stuff around Disney.
Yeah, those days that you don't have a park reservation or you have that like in between down day.
Right.
And you want to do something like around, but like not like try a good restaurant that's not in Disneyland or like what can I do with the kids around here? Like type of deal.
And like I want to put out a lot more content. Like people really enjoy our food reviews.
Yes.
Apparently we get asked about places to eat all the time.
Right.
That aren't like Applebee's. And there's nothing wrong with Applebee's.
No.
But so you will see a video that has nothing to do with Disney, but it is food related.
But it's all our Disney friends.
And it has all of our Disney friends in it. And if we can keep kind of stuff like that, that's what I want to do.
I would say at least like once a month. Would be good.
And Crystal wants to like check out local coffee shops and do a series on that. And so it's kind of one of those things that allows us to create content that's not having to go to the parks.
Right.
Because, if you guys followed along, obviously Crystal has fibromyalgia. Some days are better than others.
Right.
I work
driving 20 minutes down the street to a coffee shop is a lot easier for me than driving
going to Disney,
an hour
getting
to
the
Disney.
scooter out, sitting in traffic, putting the scooter back in by yourself at the end of the day.
Yes.
It becomes a lot,
Yes.
And so not that again, that content's not going anywhere.
No.
One of our goals that we didn't write down is also to make sure we're getting to our other theme parks more often.
Yes.
We had a Universal Pass all last year. We went for HHN.
Right.
That's it.
We didn't scan in our pass.
Right.
At all last year.
Yeah, we didn't use our pass a single day last year.
We still haven't seen Mario Land.
We haven't seen Super Nintendo Land.
Yeah.
We haven't done anything. So that is one goal. We want to get to Knott's again more this year.
Yes.
Make sure we're at least doing all of like the big Knott's seasons.
Yes.
And because we still love knots. Just
Definitely.
This year was just really hard. I felt like before Fire Manager, before we had my dad living with us.
Right. It was so much easier.
We could do multiple theme parks in a weekend.
Yeah.
And now it's like, well, I don't want to leave my dad home alone all weekend.
Right.
Right. I don't want to have to worry about that. Because it's not even just like his safety. He just gets lonely.
Right.
Like, I don't want to just leave him here. And then, unfortunately, if you guys have been following along, we did find out that Bailey has cancer.
Yes.
And so we know right now she's doing great.
She's doing wonderful.
She's doing good. I don't think she knows she's sick. We have a
She's just like, why am I getting steak now?
Right. We're trying to set up an appointment with an oncologist.
Yes.
So then we'll have an idea of like, is the cancer treatable? What's that treatment going to look like, if any? And then like a timeline, right?
Yes.
And so obviously that is going to affect content at some point this year.
Yes.
But we're going to just roll with it.
Yes.
We're going to roll with it the best
Take life one day at a time.
One day at a time, and just kind of focus on the things we can control.
Yeah.
And so I think making content that's outside of the parks is going to be great. If it starts to affect the channel, maybe we'll spin a second channel off.
Yeah.
But the idea for this channel has always been like, let's start with our favorite things, our Disney, our theme parks in general, right?
Theme parks and food.
And then like let's we would love to do more travel series. There will hopefully come a point when we can start traveling again. We did a lot of travel before COVID.
So much.
Lots of road trips, and we want to get back to that. It's just a lot harder now with my dad.
Mm-hmm.
And so once we can kind of figure all that out, that's going to grow back.
Yes.
So hopefully, I want to do a road trip this year. It's not a goal, but it is. I would love to do a road trip, even a small one.
A small one.
And just kind of vlog it and have fun.
Yeah.
I
know last year you said you wanted to do a day in the park with my chronic illness.
Yeah.
And I feel like that'll be a goal video for this year.
Yeah.
Now that we know what are my triggers and whatnot.
Yeah, I think we've learned a lot about it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it could be more authentic. You know? So yeah.
That way it gives a one video can give insight a lot on the rest of our videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it has affected the way we shoot videos.
It has.
It's affected it's kind of now we're at the point where it's if we go early, we're probably not staying late.
Yeah.
Because if we do, Crystal will tough through it. She'll push through. But she's gonna be dead for 3 days.
Yeah.
And in pain. So it's we're just gonna do the best we can and keep it going.
Yeah.
But we're glad you guys are here. We had an awesome 2023.
We did.
Despite the ups and downs, right? But despite the bumps.
Yeah.
It was great.
It was.
And we're really excited about 2024.
For sure.
And I mean, last year I wouldn't say it was the worst year of our lives, but it wasn't the best.
Right.
And so I think this year I'm pretty fired up to start creating content again.
Yes.
We did take a lot of December off, not on purpose.
No.
We had an emergency at work. And the last 2.5 weeks of December, I basically worked.
And the first week of January, basically.
16 plus hour days.
Yeah.
I worked through Christmas and Christmas Eve and through New Year's Eve. And not so much on New Year's Day, luckily.
Right.
But it was wild. So thank you for stepping up and running things. But that's we had videos that were going to come out during I purposely left some videos we shot to come out.
Yeah, to cover those weeks that we were blocked out.
And I just couldn't get to editing them. And the office has been a mess. So if you guys have been following on Instagram, I didn't build Crystal a new computer, but I put it in a new case with a lot of parts.
Yeah.
And did do some upgrades.
Mm-hmm.
So that she can kind of really help with editing videos this year. That's a big part of it. I think it's going to be great. Yeah, that's kind of it.
Yeah.
I don't know how long this video will end up being, but
I'm really looking forward to 2024.
I'm super excited for it.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments, are there things you want to see from us?
Or you know what? If you're visiting from out of state, what's your favorite thing to do around the park when you're not in it, so that we can cover that to share with everybody too?
Yeah, I love that idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Great idea.
Yeah.
Well, again, thank you guys for sticking with us through 2023 and honestly making it the best year we've had yet on YouTube,
right.
honestly. And 2024 is only going to be better.
Yep.
And we wouldn't be able to do this if it wasn't for your guys' support.
Thank you.
And your guys' likes and shares and comments. You know, we appreciate that. We love every comment. We love every share.
We do.
So thank you guys, and let's just make 2024 awesome. All right, you guys. We'll see you at the parks or maybe somewhere else.
At your local restaurant.
Right, real soon.
Bye, everybody.
Peace.